this. Okay, so alright, so EVO 2023 is probably gonna make an announcement sometime. And the only one I play is Project L. It's gonna be sooner than you think, watch. Sooner than you think. Alright, so this year EVO. I had this thought like a while ago, I was like, I wonder what games are gonna be at EVO. So Melty for EVO again. That's what I'm saying. So the thought I had is SF6 is coming out, right? So SF6 is gonna be at EVO because it'll be out in June, which is right before EVO, so they're gonna do it. I think, did they make an announcement for Tekken 8? Yeah, did they say T8's gonna be ready, or no? Is that just like fucking, just hearsay? Just more hearsay. Yeah, because I just want to like go through the games that we have that are like already out. Because I think Tekken 8 is coming out by then. If not, then it's gonna be so it's gonna be like T7, T8, T8 if ready for RDY. Hey, what's about us? What else is there? KOF 15. Street Fighter T7, KOF 15. Where's my list? I had a list. Oh, Strive. I'm fucking bad. Strive. DNF. Actually, I don't know. I don't know about DNF. I think DNF's a question mark. Unless they give the money. DNF. Project L if it's ready. I'll just type this up now so that way I don't have to type again later. BTL. I have another thing here, but I can't say it. Skullgirls. Blue. Sam Show. Wasn't there another game on here? I think that's it. Yeah, that was it. Well, they didn't say there was gonna be a new MK. That's the problem. Oh, DB, right, Dragon Ball. Didn't I put Dragon Ball? Yeah, I did put Dragon Ball on this list. I'm bad. Sorry. All right, so this is huge. This is so big. All right. All right, cool. So, so the idea is the guarantees for this. I put Smash. I can't spell. I cannot spell. Told you, words are hard. Words are hard. What's it called? So the things that are guaranteed. VTubers versus Flush Tuber. God damn. A slot no matter what. Does MK usually get a slot? Did MK have a slot at fucking EVO this? Oh, it did. But I haven't heard anything about MK, but I'll still put MK, yeah. I'll put MK anyway. Because I feel like for the sake of arguing. Ooh. Okay, so. So the ones that I can see are guarantees are Street Fighter, Tekken, and KOF. Street Fighter, Tekken, KOF, Strive. I think these are guaranteed just because, like, you know, it's like the amount of entrants you're gonna get for everything, the amount of recent DLC for stuff besides Tekken. Like, if Tekken 8 is ready, then most likely Tekken 8 will 100% be there. If Tekken 8's not ready, like, if Tekken 8's not ready at EVO, it'll most likely be ready the year after, like next year. Is getting in Shirley? Well, maybe, because they want 9 games, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they're gonna want 9 games. So what's gonna happen is, well, maybe they won't want 9 games. Maybe they'll want like 7 or 8, because they always seem to change their minds on how many games they want. So Street Fighter, Tekken, KOF's gonna get in, Strive's gonna get in, that's already 4. DNF might not get in because it came out, when did DNF come out? March? Was it March? March, April? When did DNF come out? No, wasn't it June? DNF Duel? Oh god, it came out in June. Holy moly. Alright. That's weird. They really didn't... Well, actually, no. DNF has a good chance. Yeah, DNF has a really good chance. Then, okay. Based on Project L dev blogs, it's like a 2024, 2025 release, but we will pray. I would rather them work on the game for another like year or two before they release it, because they have a lot to fix. They have to figure out a lot of shit. But alright, if Project L is ready, then it's gonna be in for 100% sure, because that's too much money. Unless Riot's like, hey, you can't play this game unless you have our consent or whatever. Anyway, Grand Blue, yeah, Grand Blue has a good chance because Grand Blue seems to do well. Dragon Ball also has a good chance because Dragon Ball does pretty well. Like, everybody shows up for this shit. Sam Show is weird because I don't know if people will show up even after. Like, if the rollback has to pretty much drop like sooner than later. Like, hopefully the rollback drops sooner than later. That would be nice. But I feel like if Sam Show got in, people would want to play, but I feel like people would only want to play if they could play offline or the netcode works again, quote unquote. But the thing is, Grand Blue is like right there. Grand Blue has delay base, and everyone hates delay base. They think it's awful, but there was still a good showing for Grand Blue because they're just like, a lot of the people who are already hardcore into Grand Blue were like, yeah, we like this enough, we're just saying fuck it. So that'd be really nice if people showed up again for Sam Show, be like, hey, we like Sam Show, we'll play it, but the netcode, you need to fix it. Mortal Kombat, I feel like if MK got in there again, they'd probably just do what they did last year. I think it was like, what, 400 something people, 300 something people in 2022, and they finished on Saturday morning. Yeah, was it Saturday morning or Saturday night? I feel like they finished Saturday night. I can't remember. But yeah, like, it's in that instance of, it doesn't, it's not super active anymore. I mean, it might be, but it's not like to the level that it was before, when MK11 first came out, where it was like fucking popping and everyone's like, oh yeah, fucking tournaments everywhere, then COVID hit. The game before Melty? Okay, that's what it was, yeah. Big Skullgirls also still has a good chance because the Skullgirls community is fucking crazy. They do, I think the Skullgirls community is actually the most, is actively the most known community for just like doing their own shit constantly, having big ass tournaments, just having like these wild ass like invitationals, doing all this extra production for their shit, having people just be like, hey, we're doing this over the course of a year. I think Skullgirls probably should always constantly be in the scene as well, but it's they also had new DLC. What's her name? Like Parasol, and I forgot the other character's name. I forget her name. She looks cool. Help me out. But yeah, Black Dahlia. Black Dahlia looks mad cool. But they were just like, yeah, there's like I can't spell that shit. No, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, like, you got new characters. There was, I think they balanced, not balanced the game. They changed a little bit of the game, so that was there too. And Skullgirls players are like, yeah, we like the game, we'll keep playing it, so that's good. But in my head, it goes like Street Fighter, Tekken, KOF, Strive, DNF, so that's already, what, 5? So if they're going with the tried and true method of 9 games, they have 4 more games they can fill up, and those games go to, well, Project L is like a very small maybe, it's like super small, because there's no way it's going to be ready. It'll probably be like a demo. They might have like an alpha at EVO that you can play for, you can play to like test, but it most likely, so out of the already 4 slots that we have left, then it's like Type Lumina, Skullgirls, Grand Blue, Sam Show, DBFZ, and MK, which was like a lot. So out of the games that are left, it's usually like, I think Grand Blue has almost always been in EVO since it got there, even though it was 2020. No, it came out in 2020, so it was never really EVO. That sucks. So they might, Grand Blue might just be like, hey, not Grand Blue, who fucking publishes Grand Blue? Not Arxis. Side Games. There we go, Side Games. Side Games might be like, hey, run this here, and we can announce like, a bunch of shit for our game, and people might be like, oh shit, let's fucking go. They might do that. Yeah, Side Games might be like, hey, here's some money, keep us in there. So Grand Blue has a good chance of being in there. Dragon Ball, since they're supposed to be getting rollback, I actually don't know when they're supposed to be getting rollback. I heard it was supposed to be getting it, but it's taking forever. MK could do the same thing. Like, they could just be like, hey, have us back again, please. And they might just be like, all right, here, fuck it, go ahead. They might do that. They said 2023? Oh, okay. Well, they didn't give a date, damn. That's whack. A spring time frame? Whew! Spring is like March. Sorry, no. Spring is dead ass like June. Like right before the end of June. That's technically spring. That's like Q2. So they could pull some shit like that, which would be... That would suck, but you can't do much about that. Is Granblue Fest in a week or two? Maybe they confirm a rollback and then announce a date at EVO. Yeah, I could see that happening. That would be really... That'd be smart, but there's no guarantee. Sam Show is weird. Actually, hold on. With what? So like, let's ignore Project L, right? So Street Fighter, Tekken, KOF, Strive, DNF. That's 5. The other 4 is between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. So what most likely happens is I'd say Granblue has a really good shot. Yeah, Granblue has a really good shot. DBFZ probably gets in because they'll get rollback and the community is pretty adamant about having them back there. MK, it depends on if Warner Brothers wants to give any sort of money. Yeah, I think it's like money mostly, or a developer, some sort of developer thing that they want to do. So if they have MK back, maybe they want to do something nice, but they could just be like, hey, you know, fuck it, we just wanted to put in another game that's still relevant with netcode and stuff. So they might do MK again. So then the toss up is between like Sam Show, Skullgirls, and Melty, right? Yeah, because I still think Granblue has a good chance. Granblue is probably in, Dragon Ball's probably in, MK is probably in, most likely. You missed out with Normaya? A lot of people did. You refuse to play non-rollback games. It's funny too, because like, you should probably still play the game. You just have to find people whose connections are not awful, which I know sounds shitty. I know that sounds really shitty, but it's like I feel like you are missing out on the game. If you like Granblue that much, you should be willing to think, hey, how do I organize a time to play where the connection is playable? I think you can make that compromise and still play the game you like until it gets the netcode you want, because you don't want to be behind and then you're like, because like you're gonna start compounding you're gonna start pushing the goalposts further and further away, right? Because first it's like, oh, I'm not gonna play Granblue until they release my character. Oh, I'm not gonna play Granblue until they release a rollback. Oh, I don't want to play Granblue because I wasted my time for 2 years not playing the game because it didn't have these things. Now I don't want to play because everyone's stronger than me, right? Like it's like that might not be you, but I feel like most people who play fighting games in general have that goalpost constantly moving when they could probably just sit down and make some sort of commitment. Started Melted Blood 2 weeks ago and you've been grinding ever since. Oh, nice. But yeah, you see, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't have that willingness to commit after waiting for so long. That usually their priorities go somewhere else, which is fine. But I feel like a lot of people who don't admit that, they're just like, oh, I'm only gonna play this game when XYZ happens. But that's a different issue, I guess. Yeah, Granblue has a really good chance of getting in. Fuck, resting starting. It's okay, you're mentally strong. You play Granblue for 10 hours a day grinding. Whew, damn. And we had 9 frames delay. You didn't play much after that. I mean, unfortunately, for whatever reason, net play is like that. You can be in the same city and your connection's awful, but you could play someone from across the country and your connection could be like, hey, this is playable. It's like, you can still find people, you just have to like, you have to go into matchmaking and be like, hey, who wants to test connections with me in a Discord? Again, that doesn't sound intuitive, but if you really like a game, you'll do what it takes to play the game, right? But that's a different issue. But right now, for EVO this year, I would say it's like Street Fighter, Tekken, KOF, Strive, DNF. That's already 5 games. Like, the question marks after that show up with like, it's like MK, DBFZ, Grand Blue, Sam Show, Skullgirls, and Melty Blood are like question marks because only 5 of those can get in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 of those can get in, right? So the idea is Sam Show gets rollback. They make another character announcement. DBFZ, they could give you more content after the rollback announcement, right? That's another thing, but like it depends on developer support. I feel like a lot of this is developer support, which kind of is also ass. So Sam Show, who's backing Sam Show? It's not Namco Bandai, right? I forget who's producing Sam Show. But DBFZ is Namco Bandai, and that's fucking Namco Bandai. SNK, okay. Damn, SNK gets 2 games? That's crazy. But yeah, you see what I'm saying, right? So Sam Show is like SNK with KOF, and they've already, you see Hamaru in KOF 15, so it's like, okay, well, they might put a KOF 15 in Sam Show and make that announcement at EVO. That's what they could do. Grand Blue is Grand Blue, side games. Side games will be like, hey, after the rollback, hey, here's some more characters that you guys wanted. And everyone's like, oh shit, or here's Grand Blue Fantasy versus version 2.0, and everyone's like, oh shit. They'll do that. Dragon Ball, I thought they were done with Dragon Ball in terms of like producing content, because I know they released 21. They're like, all right, have fun forever, but you know, who knows what they want to do. MK Ed Boon on Twitter personally said, hey, I don't want to do anything, but you know, I don't take that at face value. It's more like I see that and I'm just like, maybe now's not the time. He'll want to do it later, but MK could have a thing. They could do that. And Melty is like, they'll just announce more characters or announce more system changes or something at EVO. So it's like really hard to say what we'll get where, but I think my biggest issue is just like player base. Like if they're going based off player base of what it was like the year before, they probably will say like, no, because they've definitely had other games that haven't had a higher player base before. So it's like MK, Melty, Grand Blue, and Skullgirls might be like on the lower end, like sub 1,000, where Sam Show might be like 1,000 plus because everyone loves new Sam Show. Announce Melty Gotcha, don't do that. Are keeping Grand Blue alive? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. That's kind of what I want. I want people to keep doing their job to keep stuff alive, so they're not. Oh my. But it's tough, right? Because like obviously everyone's like, oh, this game deserves to be in because of this community, when realistically you have to like look at it and be like, okay, which one has the higher chance, which one has the higher developer support, which one has the constant developer support? Because honestly, out of all these games, the one that has the most constant developer support is, strangely enough, Melty. Like Street Fighter, well, I shouldn't say that. Street Fighter 6 had a bunch of the stuff with the beta, had a lot of developer stuff. Like Street Fighter 6 is out there, everyone's like, hell yeah, Street Fighter 6. Tekken we haven't heard shit about yet, really, outside of like, no, there was like small announcements about like who's gonna be in the game and when, not when it was supposed to be made, but who's in the game. We saw some screenshots and shit, but essentially it's not that much. KOF is, all the announcements already happened last EVO, so we're just still waiting for like Shingo to come out and oh, actually no, Garu 2 is supposed to come out, yeah. Like Garu 2 is also another big thing, so they'll probably put 15 and most likely Sam Show in, because Sam Show will get rolled back and be playable for a lot of people, but we'll see. So KOF doesn't, it had its developer support after all the characters came out, then it's like, you know, nothing's come out. DNF has been like, since it came out in June, they were like, oh yeah, we'll talk about this stuff later, and then it wasn't until Arc Revo that they were like, oh yeah, here's the patch, and then, oh yeah, here's the patch in a week, and we're like, oh shit. But that took forever though, that took actually forever, and people were like getting real tight about that. So it took them kind of long, but it's Nexion, it's not Arxis. Everyone thinks it's Arxis, it's Nexion. And was Sam Show in EVO 2022? No, it's not. Put 14 in EVO. 14 at EVO would have like 10k people. But yeah, like I do think the game with the most developer support that you hear actively ever since it came out is Melty, because even with Street Fighter 6, it's had some developments since it, you know, since we got the beta. You know, there's developer blogs and stuff. They put stuff on YouTube, but I generally do think that Melty's had the most developer support since it came out, because you know they're constantly putting out more characters. They're telling you like, hey, There's a sale. They're like, hey, this tournament's going on. Look, check this shit out. So it's like they're almost always saying something pretty frequently. Whereas KOF did that, and now since they don't have anything else to put out, they're waiting for their content to be out. They're waiting for their characters to drop before they say anything. The same thing for Sam Show, most likely. Grand Blue is Grand Blue. There's, you know, Grand Blue should be there, I think. No problem. I think Grand Blue should be guaranteed. So it should be SF6 Tech. So in my head, what I think it's going to be is going to be Tekken 6, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 6, KOF 15, Strive, DNF, Melty, Grand Blue, Sam Show, Dragon Ball, and Mortal Kombat. If they decide to put in Skullgirls, did I mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? That's 10 games. Oh, so maybe not MK. So they don't put in MK. But yeah, that's the other thing, right? It's like I have like a solid understanding of what might be in, but then like let's say they put in Skullgirls instead of Dragon Ball for some reason, you know, or Sam Show doesn't make it because like their stuff's not ready yet. That's also another thing. But I generally do think that they're, again, these are just the fighting games that you see like right now that a lot of people always talk about, as opposed to like the other not indie, but like the other fighting games that have been played retroactively. So like, you know, Exerd got rollback, Plus R is there. There's like 2 other ones. People are playing BB again because of the rollback. BB could like show up out of nowhere. That'd be great. Like, I think if they put BB in EVO, that'd be fucking tight. But then, you know, they would have to announce it like right away. There's no like ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to be like, yeah, Blaze Blue CF2, get in here. They'd have to do that shit. Cross tag, they would have to be like, hey, cross tag, you didn't get to show up when all your characters drop, so here's your chance. Show up. They might do that as well. What else is there? What else is there? Trying to think of what else there is. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, I think like their announcement is probably gonna come in like 2 weeks. Yeah, like 2 weeks or something.